gets traded for a future third-round pick if there aren't warts.
I mean, there's a guy that's like around the same stature in this very city where if the Mammoth fans traded for them, like, oh, upside.
Is that Robertson?
Yeah.
He felt Robertson's not a 60-point.
No, I know, but he shot it in the net a lot, and he had promise. He was a high pick. Like, there are some definite comparables in terms of.
He fell out in Utah because they had a bunch of other small players too, and
someone was on
he's
the
just
outs.
expendable at that point.
Lost some confidence,
But,
had some injuries. Sounds like.
Some of them call him a bit of a wizard with the puck.
Yeah.
Which nicknames him Harry Potter.
Yeah. It's great. There's enough guys on the Leafs who are opening up in the offensive zone looking to get a shot. If someone can just find their way through. Mitch obviously was exceptional at that. Yeah. Michelli will have the chance to be useful in that regard, but either way, it's good buy low process. And then it kind of opens up, okay, does that mean you flip Nick Robertson and get that pick back?
They have to unload money. They're trying real hard. So Yarncroc, Camp, Robertson, and probably Max Domi are out there right now with their salaries between $2 and $3 million.
Yeah.
So I saw Kevin Petty tweeting about this, that Domi signed the 4-year, $15 million contract with us. Once his signing bonus is paid tomorrow, 50% of the $15 million will be paid, and he carries a 13-team no-trade list.
Yeah.
So, I mean, attractive to a team that, is looking for cap number and doesn't actually want to pay a ton of money. I'm sure there'd be some suitors for him out there. But
you do hate to lose. Obviously, he had a couple great moments in the playoffs. And I think it's unlikely that he goes. It's much more likely that he stays. But you know what name out there appeals to me? Like, were they to lose Domi, and actually appeals to me even if they keep him, is Pizzetta from Montreal. And I think you guys know it's like a running joke that I absolutely love this player.
Yeah.
He just is. He wants to punch people in the face all the time. He's 6'1", 220, and he is angry, and he plays angry. And I'm just dying for the Leafs to have someone who wants to be angry.
Which kind of makes a real interesting dilemma for a guy like Steve Lorentz, who was really shot out of a cannon from day one at training camp. He stood out as a guy that had size and could skate, and he scored a couple of early goals.
New Jersey, he went bar down backhand in the slot for second game of the year. I was like, oh my God.
And now
like Sundin in the first two games.
He's going to be unrestricted tomorrow and free to sign with anybody he wants. And I found it interesting that he's still out there.
You know what? If this guy had any anger, any meanness at all, he's the nicest person. I love the person.
Just smile too much.
Too much.
Just a touch too much.
He has all the tools. I like how he skates, his size. I like his offensive sense, his defensive responsibility. Great team guy. Everyone loves this player. But it's like, when you get in playoffs, you just, can you just, you're so big. Just give him one. In a team that was dying for that, if he had shown a little bit of that, there's no doubt right now he'd be signing his 3-year, $4.5 million contract not to go. But
can I ask you now that you mentioned it when we were talking about Nyes, but Frege tweeted that he's been being told that Ekblad is staying in Florida. So
that helps Marchand to Toronto.
I gotta ask, does that mean what that means? Like, can they keep all three of those guys, or is that a sign that Bradley
think so.
might be out there?
I was told well over a week ago, 10 days ago, that was their number one mandate to try to fit them all in. And I was told that Ekblad could be the real key in all of this, of not taking a raise. But maybe he did. Maybe it's a slight one. But if he came in 6.5 times 8, wouldn't surprise me at all.
Well, and Romanov from Long Island, he just signed an
8-year 6, yeah.
And I wonder because that was announced, I wonder if that ended up being the conversation. Like, do you think you have a better 8 years ahead of you than Romanov? And it's like, well, maybe we're about the same player.
And he doesn't.
Oh, yeah. So it's like, okay.
I can play in big moments.
Top pair on the best team. And
so it's like, that's my floor.
Years.
So the conversation about what my floor is over, because that's my new floor. I'll do it for 7, or whatever. So I bet that helped things along.
Yeah. So all that's left right now is basically Brad Marchand. Where do you stand?
Yeah. Where do I stand?
No, where does he stand? I don't care where.
You know where I
Nobody
stand.
cares where we stand.
Wow, I think some people might care where we stand. Where do you stand?
I'm not as sure as you two. I'm into it.
Is Kipper like I don't know if I've ever really
On Marchand?
Yeah.
You want to give him, what did you say the one day? 9 million?
No, Biz said 9.
Yeah, that's the number that was out there.
You want to give him 9?
I'm telling you that's the number that was floated out there.
No, but if you are
Yeah.
if you are Brad Kiprios or Nick Treliving,
Yeah.
are you going to sign that contract?
Am I trying to win the Stanley Cup next year?
You are.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm signing him to 9. And I'm just going to eat it if I have to.
Plug your nose.
If they get Waugh back from Vegas and they, maybe it's Pizzetta instead of a Lorenz or
Tanner
something
Jeannot.
like that.
Tanner Jeannot
is another one that's attempting
Yeah.
because he likes to fight and
Yeah.
can shoot it in the net a little bit
Yeah.
more, definitely more than Pizzetta. You can find a way where you go, okay, they're spending a bit more money in the bottom of the lineup for once. Maybe you're getting some more out of those guys. Is that enough?
Maybe
Are
not
you getting
better,
less-
but
are you
different.
Are you getting less out of the top of the lineup? At the very least, you can do more.
Yes.
I
Sounds like it's going to be around 8 times 6.1
Oh,
for Ekblad.
Ekblad?
Yeah.
6.1? I nailed it.
6.1.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Nailed it.
Totally
Doesn't-
fine,
hey,
Lee,
hey,
Gary.
he's
No-
got
no problem.
He's got
no problem. That's fine.
money.
Give me a
non-issue for that
But
guy.
he's never made $7 million a year, has he?
No, but there is money around him outside of the game.
Is that right?
6.1.
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean? Like,
There's just money's not an issue with that.
the Ekblads of the,
The Ekblads of the
Rockefeller.
world.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not.
That
big.
makes me so mad.
You immediately got upset about that
That makes
number.
me so mad. That's just not like I know
Buddy,
there's taking
Ton of
less.
incentive to
Oh,
sign
my
There's
that.
God.
taking less. I
Listen to
get
this
taking-
guy who wants to give John Tavares a statue with a plaque
Yeah.
that says,
Oh, the first
"You
guy-
took $2 million less."
The first guy that's
and
ever
Ekblad
done it.
does it for Florida.
Oh, yeah,
and you
there's-
want to dump
half
all
a mil
over him.
less.
There's
Make
he's
up
not
your
mad at
mind,
Ekblad.
Sammy.
I'm not mad at Ekblad at all. I'm mad at the situation that year after year after year after year, they consistently get to sign guys for $2 million less, which adds up to $8 million, which means they can add Seth Jones and Brad Marchand at the trade deadline.
Someone
2
should
million,
mention
2
this
million,
one
2
show.
million. 2 million adds up to 10 when you do it 5 times. It's a huge advantage. And Gary scoffs at it. And
long
what's
as they
his
keep
name
winning.
scoffs at it.
As
He
long as-
scoff. All
The
they do is
cap-
scoff. We're
cap
idiots in
is-
Toronto.
The
We're
cap
idiots.
is going to take off away.
God.
The flat cap made that much more frustrating. I do think it's going to become less impactful.
That's a joke. 6.1. Give me a break.
He could have got. He
9.
could have got 9.
No question.
He could have got 9.
For sure. He's not even 30 years old.
LA was ready to stroke him a very
Oh, I'm
big
sure.
check.
They're losing Gavrikov. I
Yeah,
bet this is part of
one
the
guy
plan.
ever takes a hometown discount in Toronto. It's like, oh, yeah. Anyways, now I'm mad.
Anyways, he says.
All right.
Yeah.
They're just going to win